Welcome back, everybody. I hope everyone's doing good today. It's 7:59, Thursday, January 21st, and I wanted to do a review for his film Tenet. I've seen the movie 5 times, and it's a film directed by Christopher Nolan. The cast is Debicki, Elizabeth Debicki as Kate, Robert Pattinson as Neil, John David Washington as the protagonist, Kenneth Branagh, 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 Branagh. I definitely am probably destroying his name, which I'm so sorry. As Andre Sator. These names are so annoying. Clemens Pazzi Laura. Aaron Taylor Johnson as Ives. Dimple Capadia as Priya. I mean, those are pretty much the most important characters in the film, with supporting actors that I wanted to name everyone because they're all very talented. I enjoyed everyone's performance. I think this was acting at top notch. Christopher Nolan is one of my favorite directors of all time. I think he's one of the best directors working right now, in my opinion. I think he's not just a director, he is really a professional at his craft. He is a genius. His movies are really raw and technical, like just great writing, great arcs, great always something new. He knows what he is a professional and a true director, in my opinion. And Christopher Nolan was director of many great films, such as The Dark Knight, Inception, Interstellar, Tenet, Dunkirk, Memento, The Dark Knight Rises, Batman Begins, The Prestige, Insomnia, Following. And I mean, I've really enjoyed all of his films. I think he is very detailed in how he does his films, and every film he does feels like an epic. I saw this movie in theaters back in, I believe, September when it first was released in America, and I watched it 5 times. Uh, I really enjoyed every time I went to go see it. I had to see this film because I didn't know if I was ever going to see another film again, and it was just nice to see a masterpiece as the last film, because the last film before that I saw was Unhinged, which I really liked, but the last movie before that I saw was Harley Quinn and Birds of Prey, which was the worst film I've ever seen in my life. That movie literally was just disgustingly stupid, and and it's just a waste of money. And uh, I really just love how in this movie Tenet it involves time travel, espionage, sci-fi, war, all these topics that I'm really into. I think the pacing was really well. I feel like my first viewing, I just was really just I it was that's I it went by so fast because I was overwhelmed by the things I was seeing. And yes, I do have a minor gripe with the film, as my only gripe really is my biggest gripe with this film Tenet is the actor that plays the protagonist, John David Washington. I think he was not that good. I think he wasn't good in my opinion, in Black Klansman. Really, I think he's very. He doesn't. He's not memorable. That's the thing. He's very reserved, too reserved as an actor. He doesn't really emote, and it's like, I mean, he reacts, and yes, he's in the moment, but, and I believe he's really trying his best. It's like, I'm not knocking him at all. Like, when I first saw it, it didn't really bug me with his performance because I was overwhelmed by everything happening. But after the third and fourth viewing, it started getting on my nerves because then it really did feel like his performance wasn't captivating enough. Like, he didn't seem interested in what he was doing, where it does begin to affect your viewing of the film, where you feel like, well, if the protagonist, which the character's named the protagonist, is not really excited by what he's looking at or feeling in this situation, why would I be? Like, and I think there should have been a little bit more done with, like, I think it should have been some sort of like nuclear bomb that went backwards in time or something, or some sort of like just grander finale with the time effect, and it could have been just, some way to show it off. I mean, what he did was very great, and I think the what he was going for was 007. I really think so. Like on Her Majesty's Secret Service, or The Spy Who Fell in Love with Me, or um Thunderball, these Bond movies that end at like that end with war, pretty much like war scenes, and I think that's really cool because I was just watching, um, I was just watching Thunderball, and I saw how like uh I saw how there was a battle at the end of Thunderball, and it was like really interesting how like like it was they had like a war scene, and it was a build up. It was like the grand finale, and like I and in On Her Majesty's Secret Service, um, I like how there was like this. It was different genres playing out throughout the movie, and in a war scene, in basically at Blofeld's base, in the mountain, in this mountain mansion he was living in, and I think that's what Christopher Nolan was really uh, trying to show, is like his appreciation for James Bond films. If anything, this was a great demo for what he could do making a James Bond film. And I've always thought Christopher Nolan should make a 007 movie. It's like 007 deserves respect. 007 deserves a director like Christopher Nolan. I think Christopher Nolan's perfect for 007. He's the perfect director for this, and I really think Rob Pattinson showed how he could play James Bond. I think he would be a cool James Bond. You and I love this movie Tenet. Though I think that the gripes I have with it don't hold it back at all. I still think it's a 10 out of 10 film. I think it's a masterpiece. I think it is his best film by far, technically and emotionally. I think this is, unless, like he said, is it's really a cinematic, and it's something you should feel. And it really is that first feeling when you watch it. If you're there and you support him and you really are trying to absorb things, even if you miss it, your imagination runs wild with everything happening. And the first viewing really did overwhelm me and blow my mind. Literally, it was powerful and it's so exciting, and it really did feel like a James Bond movie, you know. And yes, I. If you like this, please leave a comment below. If you like this, if you don't like it, it's okay. Please let me know if you don't like it, and um, if uh, if you can, please hit the like and subscribe and help the channel. I really appreciate you guys stopping by and listening to my thoughts. Um, until next time, peace.